All right, everybody, welcome back to Lucky Fortune English Podcast.
I'm Jenny.
I am Vincent, and we are back with another deep dive into the week's horoscopes.
Absolutely. And we're going to be talking about the first 3 signs in the zodiac for this week, January 19th through the 25th.
That's right. We're talking Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and there's some interesting stuff going on this week, so let's just dive right in, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
So first up, we have Aries, and I'm looking at this, and it says, a time of stress relief celebration pursuing your heart's desires. Sounds pretty good.
Sounds good to me.
Right. Like, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
But the outline here kind of emphasizes this idea that, the previous period was tense, and this is kind of relief.
Well, yeah, I mean, as an Aries myself.
Okay, so you're speaking from experience.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I think for Aries, the past couple of weeks may have been a little bit more challenging than usual. Maybe a little bit more tension or pressure. So to have this week be, a little bit lighter, a little bit more celebratory, I think it's going to feel like a breath of fresh air for a lot of Aries out there.
So it's like coming out of a tough time and kind of getting to enjoy yourself a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So one of the things the outline mentions is the home life. And it's saying be gentle with children and relax on the home front until mid to late April.
Yeah, I think that's really important. As much as Aries are going to have this, surge of energy this week, it's important to kind of be mindful of the people around them, and especially the younger ones. Maybe not get too carried away with their own excitement and their own plans, and make sure they're creating a nurturing environment for the people they live with.
It sounds almost like, as an Aries, you might have this big burst of energy and you're going to want to go out and do stuff, but you got to remember the kids, they have school or whatever. And,
Yeah, and, their energy levels might not match yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So just kind of being mindful of that.
So just kind of being mindful. Yeah, don't plan, a big, weekend trip or something like that.
Yeah. Or at least, if you are going to do something like that, make sure that everyone's on board and everyone's prepared and,
Yeah, everybody has their snacks.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. So government matters are also mentioned as being favored until February 3rd. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
What kind of things would be beneficial for Aries listeners during this time when it comes to that area of life?
Well, I mean, I think if you're in Aries and you've been putting off any kind of paperwork, applying for a passport or a license or anything like that, this is a really good time to get that done. The energy is in your favor. You're likely to have things go smoothly. Anything related to legal matters or appeals, that kind of thing. This is a good time to submit those or to follow up on them.
So anything that has to do with kind of, official stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Official paperwork bureaucry,
You can get it done now while the getting's good, right?
Yeah, the iron's hot. Exactly.
All right, cool. So career, the outline says, the pressure's eased, but there still might be some loose ends to tie up, conversations to be had. What does that look like?
Yeah, I think for Aries this week in terms of career, it's really about kind of wrapping things up, maybe finishing up some projects, having those maybe slightly more difficult conversations that they've been putting off with colleagues or clients, just to kind of clear the decks and make space for what's coming next month.
Okay, so it's kind of like, getting ready for the next big thing.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's talk about, love the outline mentions Sunday and Monday as bringing some exciting new possibilities for Aries. Is this is everybody going to find their soulmate this weekend or?
I don't know about everyone finding their soulmate, but definitely there's potential for some sparks to fly. Like we were saying earlier, Aries has this really, high energy this week, and they're going to be feeling really attractive and they're going to be attracting attention. So this is a really good time to be open to meeting new people, going out socializing, even if it's just a fleeting conversation, you never know where it could lead.
So Aries, get out there and mingle.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, this is where things get a little more intense. The outline talks about Tuesday through Thursday, and it brings up finances. And it sounds like there might be some big decisions on the horizon.
Yeah, the energy definitely shifts midweek. It's like the universe is saying, okay, you've had your fun now. Let's get serious. Yeah.
So Tuesday is all about taking stock of your financial situation. Reviewing your budget, checking your bank statements, just getting really clear on where you stand.
So like no impulse buying on Tuesday?
Definitely not. No impulse buying on Tuesday.
All right.
Wednesday is more about exploring opportunities, Maybe there's an investment that you've been considering, or maybe it's time to have that conversation about a raise. So Wednesday is a good day to be assertive in your financial dealings.
Okay, so be ready to ask for what you're worth.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. And then Thursday, the outline mentions it being a bit tumultuous.
Yeah, Thursday is kind of the culmination of all of this financial energy. Um, and it could bring a sudden expense or an unexpected financial negotiation. So it's really important to be flexible and be prepared to compromise on Thursday.
Okay, so deep breaths, everybody.
Deep breaths.
Hopefully the weekend brings some much-needed relaxation.
I think so.
What does Friday and Saturday look like for Aries? Friday and Saturday are really lovely. There's this gentle, loving energy. It's a really good time to just relax and spend time with loved ones, or to pursue activities that bring you joy and inner peace. Maybe go for a hike in nature or do something creative.
Yeah, maybe go see some art.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like the perfect way to unwind after, kind of intense week.
I think so.
Awesome. Any final words of wisdom for Aries?
Just trust your intuition, Aries. Embrace the positive energy that's coming your way. And remember to balance your own personal desires with the needs of those around you.
Okay, great advice. All right, let's move on to Taurus. The outline here describes Taurus as coming out of a chaotic month and stepping onto a red carpet.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, right. So what does that mean for our Taurus listeners?
Well, I think it means that, after a really chaotic and maybe even a bit of a stressful December, Taurus is finally entering into a period where they can kind of shine. This month is all about career recognition and building a really strong social foundation.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
But of course, with everything, there's a catch, right?
Well, I mean, the key to kind of maximizing all of this positive energy is through relationships.
Right.
Patience and diplomacy are going to be really important for Tauruses, especially until mid-April.
Okay. So hold your ground, but don't let your stubborn streak take over.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. So speaking of relationships, the outline also mentions that, Taurus can expect a pretty great social life in the coming weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Until February, Taurus is going to be really popular. They're going to be getting lots of invitations, going to lots of gatherings, meeting new people. So this is a really good time to just get out there and enjoy their social life.
Awesome. All right, so the outline also mentions something about Sunday and Monday being good days for home matters and appearance. What's that all about?
Yeah, I think Sunday and Monday are really good days for Taurus to kind of focus on their home environment, maybe tackle some of those projects that they've been putting off, declutter, redecorate, maybe just give their space a really good cleaning. And while they're at it, why not, pay a little extra attention to their appearance as well.
So it's like a makeover for the home and for themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, a little refresh.
Awesome. I love it. All right, so we've got a sparkling clean house and a confident Taurus ready to take on the world. What happens next?
Well, Tuesday through Thursday brings a bit of a shift in energy. The focus here is on relationships, and for some Taurus, there might even be a potential relocation.
Oh, wow. Okay, so be ready to pack your bags, maybe.
Well, it might not be a literal relocation.
Yeah.
It could be a relocation of the heart, a change in a significant relationship, or even just a shift in perspective.
Okay, so things are about to get interesting.
Yes, for sure. Tuesday is a day to be cautious. Think before you speak and avoid making any impulsive decisions.
Good advice.
Wednesday brings a boost in confidence and communication. So it's a good day to have those important conversations.
Right.
And then Thursday is a wild card.
It's on another wild card Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday is a day to expect the unexpected. Just be prepared to kind of go with the flow and navigate any challenges that come up.
Okay, so buckle up, Taurus.
Exactly.
And then, thankfully, it's the weekend.
Yeah.
What can they expect for Friday and Saturday?
Friday and Saturday bring the focus inward for Taurus. It's all about intimacy, finances, and health. Friday is a day for clarity. Taurus is going to have a really good understanding of their needs and desires, especially in their close relationships. But Saturday morning might bring a little bit of doubt or denial. It's like they might be tempted to avoid facing certain issues.
Okay.
But it's important to kind of push through that because Saturday afternoon brings a wave of romantic happiness and emotional connection.
Okay, so a weekend of deep introspection followed by romantic bliss. Sounds pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. All right, let's move on to Gemini. The outline describes them as coming out of a period of introspection and stepping into clarity. What does that look like?
Well, it's kind of like, emerging from a deep fog into a bright sunny day.
I like that.
Yeah. All that introspection and soul searching that Gemini has been doing is finally paying off. They're going to have a real sense of clarity and understanding this week.
Okay. And so this clarity also extends to their love life and their worldview, right?
Yes, absolutely. Sunday kicks off a whole month of love and tolerance and expanded perspective for Gemini. They're going to be drawn to new ideas, philosophies, and cultures. Things like travel, education, and deep conversations are going to be really appealing.
So this would be a good time for Gemini to maybe pick that trip they've been thinking about.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, awesome. Now, the outline also highlights career as a major focus for Gemini this week. Um, what kind of actions should they be taking?
Well, this week, and especially until February 3rd, the stars are really aligned to support Gemini's professional ambitions. So if they've been thinking about asking for a raise, applying for a new job, or even launching their own business, this is the time to go for it.
Wow. So go for it, Gemini.
Yeah, go for it.
But what about those lingering secrets that the outline mentioned? Are they gone for good, or what's going on there?
Well, not all secrets vanish overnight, but Gemini now has the clarity and insight to really investigate those unanswered questions. Embrace your natural curiosity, do some digging. You might be surprised by what you uncover.
So it's time to channel their inner detective.
Exactly.
I love it. All right. The outline also mentions planning for a personal breakthrough. What does that entail?
Yeah, I think this is about Gemini taking all of this newfound wisdom and clarity and using it to kind of propel themselves forward. What dream or goal have they been putting off? What limiting belief is holding them back? This is a week to really create a plan, set some intentions, and take concrete steps towards making that breakthrough happen.
Awesome. All right. So let's break down the week for Gemini. What specific days should they be looking forward to?
Sunday and Monday are all about romance, creativity, and appreciating beauty. Indulge your artistic side, connect with loved ones, create something beautiful. But be aware that Monday might bring a touch of negativity or disappointment.
Okay.
Don't let it dampen your spirits. Focus on cultivating joy and gratitude.
Great advice.
Mm.
All right. So after a romantic and creative start to the week, what's next?
Well, Tuesday through Thursday brings the focus back to practical matters, especially those related to home and appearance. Tackle those household chores, reorganize your space, maybe try out a new look. Tuesday is going to test your patience, though, so remember to breathe and take things one step at a time.
Yeah, Tuesdays can be tough.
Yeah, Wednesday is more neutral, a good day for routine and getting things done, and then there's Thursday.
And a wild Thursday, I presume.
Another wild Thursday. Yeah, Thursday is a whirlwind of energy, bringing both successes and challenges, especially in Gemini's career. So, stay flexible, adapt to changing circumstances, and just remember that your hard work will ultimately pay off.
All right, hang in there, Gemini. And then it's finally the weekend. What does it hold for them?
Well, Friday and Saturday are all about relationships, but buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Friday afternoon offers opportunities for joyful connections and shared adventures, but Friday evening might bring some tension or disagreements, so, choose your words carefully and avoid unnecessary drama. And then thankfully, Saturday afternoon brings a wave of positive relationship energy, making it a great time to reconnect with loved ones and strengthen bonds.
Oh, what a week. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, you get a lot to look forward to. And maybe a little bit to be wary of. Thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.
Into the week ahead.
Yes.
And remember, everybody, subscribe to Lucky Fortune English Podcast for more insights and good fortune.
That's right. Subscribing to our channel will bring you good luck.
See you again.
See you again.